Good afternoon everybody. Today we will discuss Visual Basic.NET Integrated Development Environment. Now, what actually we are discussing today is number 1, explore the Visual Studio.NET development environment, how to create a project using Visual Basic.NET, compiling and execution of VB.NET program, use of Visual Form Designer, explore the debugging tools, and how to use the help facilities in VB.NET. These are the topics that we will discuss today. Now, before starting these all, we should all aware of the Visual Basic Integrated Development Environment, what actually it is. Now, Visual Studio.NET, as the name is applying here, Visual Studio, you have done programming in C, C++. Now what is the basic difference between VB.NET and the C and C++? This is Visual Studio. Visual Studio means something is visible here in which you have to do the programming. It is having a very much interactive interface, means that you are very well aware of the icons and the pictures. In Visual Studio, in Visual Basic Programming Language, you can use these all icons and pointers and buttons and many command buttons on in your programs, on your forms. We will discuss what is a form. Means I am only telling you what is the meaning of this visual here. Visual means it is having a interactive environment. It is having some visual graphical tools in it, in which you can use command buttons and various colors in your programs. And in C and C++, it does not provide the user friendly environment. Now, what actually Visual Studio.NET is, it is a Microsoft's integrated development environment, that is also called as IDE. Note down this. This may come in your question paper, that what is IDE? It is integrated development environment. Now, how to use to create? It is used to create, run and debug the programs and as well as the applications. Now, visual programming. Visual programming means you can drag and drop the predefined building blocks. Predefined building blocks means all the facilities, all the features that are already inbuilt in the Visual Basic Programming Language. Means you, by dragging and dropping all that icons, text box, label box, you can define these all in your program interface. I repeat, dragging and dropping predefined building blocks into place to create a simple Visual Basic program. Now, are you aware of that? What is Visual Studio and what is Visual Basic Programming? Now, next, a Windows application is one that runs in Windows environment. What is a window application? That runs in the Windows environment. When creating Windows application, a visual form, again visual word is there, a visual form editor can be used. What is a visual editor? It is a programmers places icons representing various components on the screen. I have already told you that visual means you can use various icons, labels and command buttons on your forms. So, it is called as a visual editor. Programmers places icons representing various components on the screen, and VB.NET generates required programming statements also. I again repeat what visual programming does. A window application is what? Is one that runs in the Windows environment. Window application is that runs in the window environment. When creating Windows application, a visual form editor can be used, and programmer places icons representing various components on the screen, and VB.NET generates required programming statements also. Now, look at this. This is the actual interface of VB.NET program. Whenever you open a VB programming language, this screen will open. This will not be visible in your C or C++ programming. In C or C++, you are only having a blank screen or blue screen on which you write your own program and executes. But it is very much user friendly. You can see here, it is a visual program. Visual means all the icons are available here. You can use these all applications like your MS Office. These tools are all available here. Whenever you design a form, this is visible in your programming language, and you can drag and drop the tools that are available here in toolbox. This is the toolbox. Whenever you click here, various tools will appear here. I'll show you. Then you can use that all tools that is in that toolbox on your form. Is this clear? Whenever you open the VB.NET programming language in VB, this screen will open. It is called Visual Basic because it is having some visual tools on it, and you can drag and drop that all tools on this form very easily. And these are the properties of the form. These are the properties, and these are the properties of your name. What is the name of your form? What is the name of your project? Is this clear? Have you seen the visible interface of Visual Basic programming language? Why it is called as visual? Because it is having different tools available here. You can drag and drop all the tools on the form. You can design your program as much you want, and you can color the pictures, and you can use different colors and fonts in this. Is it clear? Now, next is VB.NET is the language supported by Microsoft's Visual Studio.NET Integrated Development Environment. I am repeating this word again and again, integrated development environment. What does this actually mean? Integrated. Integrated means it is a combination of various languages. Like, it is the environment in which we develop integrated projects. Like, we can join two or more projects in a single project, in a single software in VB.NET. And integrated means .NET provides you VB.NET, C#.NET, ASP.NET, means it is a combination of various platforms on which you work. So it is called as a integrated. I repeat, it is the environment in which you can develop integrated projects. So it is called as Visual Studio.NET Integrated Development Environment. Now, integrated development environment helps us to do what? Programmers coding, testing, and its documentation also. Means that you can code your program. It is not only the designing phase. In form, you can design, you can code, you can test your program, and you can provide the documentation of that program also. I repeat, integrated development environment helps programmers to code, test, and document and design also. Is this clear? What is VB.NET development, integrated development environment? It makes it easy to organize, compile, and execute programs. You are aware of C and C++. You know it is very difficult to write a program in C or C++. Means you must learn all the commands, you must learn all the instructions that you want to use. But VB provides you the features that is already having inbuilt commands. You can use that all tools, and it provides to help also to write the instructions in the programming language. So it is very easy to organize, compile, and execute the programs in VB.NET. It provides the facility to help test programs and isolate errors. It tells you the errors, where the error occur and which type of the error is there, and you can remove that errors very easily. Now, how to start VB.NET? First one, there is click the start button, then where your VB.NET is stored, you can find that all. Point to all programs, point to the Microsoft Visual Studio.NET, and then click on the Microsoft Visual Studio.NET, and it will be displaying VB.NET, and use the VB here. This is the Microsoft Development Environment. It is called as Microsoft Development Environment window that opens at that time. Clear? Now, how to create a project using VB.NET? To create a project in VB.NET, first of all, you must identify, or you must aware of that which type of project you are going to build. Means you are using only the database of the student, or any accounting system, salary system, inventory system, which type of project you are using now, and the templates that you want to use, and project name and the location where you have stored your program. Clear? Now, to create a Visual Basic project, project type must be Visual Basic. I already told you that .NET provides ASP.NET, C#.NET, but whenever you are doing VB.NET, Visual Basic project, then you have to choose Visual Basic project in that only. And I told you that you have to use template. Template is a what? template is a pattern for creating a specific type of application. Note down the definition of template. What is a template in VB.NET? A template is a pattern for creating a specific type of application, like which type of application you are going to build in VB.NET. Means that you must be aware of that. Suppose you have already stored a project in your PC, then you must aware where you have stored, which type of project it is, what is the name of that project. By double clicking on that project, you can open that project. Now, whenever you have to start with VB.NET, this type of window will appear: Visual Basic Projects, Visual C#, J#, C++. Which type of project you want to use, you have to click on that option. Here we are doing Visual Basic Projects, then we will select Visual Basic Projects and the console applications, and then OK. Here you can write the name of your project and then press OK. This will specify your project, which type of project you are creating, means it is Visual Basic Project. Now, that window that appears, that is called as a Microsoft Development Environment, that includes menu bar, toolbars and windows. The menu bar is used to perform tasks such as opening and closing a file, like your MS Office only, opening and closing projects, compiling and executing and debugging program. Note that this is the extra feature that is added in the VB.NET programs. Here compiling, execution and debugging option icons are available. On clicking that icons, you can compile, you can execute or you can debug the program. In C or C++, it does not provide that feature. You cannot click, you cannot compile your program or execute or debug your program only from a single click. But in VB.NET, there is an icon on which you can click, you can compile, you can execute and you can debug your program. And there are various help facilities also. By clicking on help option, you can define your problem, what type of problem you are facing, and you can get the help related to that topic. Now, many toolbars are also available, so it is called as a Microsoft Development Environment. Microsoft Development Environment is like only MS Office. It has having all the tools like your MS Word, and the toolbars also. Toolbars can be revealed or hidden. You can reveal it or you can hide the toolbars that is on the main window. This is in your own control. MDE includes a number of windows, such as which type of windows are there. Note down, in Microsoft Development Environment, there are 3 types of windows on which you work on VB.NET. One is the document window, second is the solution explorer window, and third is the properties window. These 3 windows are appearing on your form whenever you work. Now, look at this. Whenever you start with the XP operating system, then this type of VB.NET interface will appear. This is your start page. Whenever you click here, this is a start page tab. There will be option that you want to open a project or new project. Start page, hidden windows. Here are the hidden windows. By clicking here, you can hide your tools or you can allow them to be visible. And this is the document window, dynamic help window. This is the dynamic help window. You must open that window. You must use this VB.NET environment. You must be aware of that whenever you work on it practically. Now, again I am telling you, on start button, start page, whenever you click here, get started, then you can open your already stored projects or you can create your new project. This new project button will create a new project, and this open project will allow you to open a already stored project, and it will ask you to define the path where your project is already being stored in the computers. Clear? Now, start page appears as tabbed page within a document window. Tabs along the side of screen identify hidden windows also. Now, start page contains a number of links to resources. There are very resources, like one is the get started link that I have already told you that whenever you click on get started, you may to open a project on the list or click the project name, or otherwise you may define a new project button and click to create a new project. Clear which type of interface you face and how to open already created projects and how to create a new project. Clear? I repeat this. get started, then open the project or new project. Whenever you click on any button, if new project, it will allow you to open a new project, to create a new project. Open project means it will allow you to open already stored project in a VB.NET environment. Now, Solution Explorer window is what? I told you that one window is the Solution Explorer window in VB.NET that shows hierarchical arrangement of items that make up the solution. Means that you are making a solution, and that is the combination of many forms and many modules. It stored that all in a hierarchical manner. First of all the main form, and then again form, various forms you can use, and these are stored in a hierarchical manner in Solution Explorer window. Now, in VB.NET, programs are named with the .vb file extension. Note down this, it may come in your paper also. In VB.NET, programs are named with .vb file extension by default. By default, VB.NET names programs as. Now, this is a simple VB.NET program is a combination of different modules, and it is named by default. VB.NET named as Module1, Module2 and so on, and with the .vb extension. Is it clear? VB.NET saves the programs with .vb extension, and the name of the program is by default module. It may module 1, it may be module 2, 3, 4 and so on. And more descriptive names can be assigned by the programmer. Means that any programmer can assign the name of the project according to the functioning of that project. Suppose if it is related with the students, then the name of the project can be student database. Clear? Now, what is a project? A project is a mechanism for grouping related files. For example, it may be a combination of program files, it may be the combination of image files or other miscellaneous items, like on the requirement of the user, which type of project he wants to create. Means that a project is a combination of group of similar related files. A solution is a container for one or more project. Solution window is displays all the projects that are related with each other. And what is a solution here? A solution is a container in which one or more project lies. Solution file appears at the top of the hierarchy in Solution Explorer window. I just show you the Solution Explorer window. Solution Explorer window is what? That is a combination of one or more project in which the files and the programs are stored in a hierarchical manner, and solution file appears at the top of the hierarchy in Solution Explorer window. Clear? Now, this is the Solution Explorer window. Clear? This window is called as a Solution Explorer window. Here is written here Solution Explorer window. Window form designer is here. This is the form. Whenever you create your VB project on which you work is called as a form. This is a form on which you work, and the name of the form is by default form1.vb. Okay, whenever you select this form, this window appears. This is the properties window of this form. Property window means that are having different features. Suppose you want to change the color of the form, you want to insert any picture on the form here. How can you do that? You can select this property window, and different options are available here. By clicking on that option, you can change the properties of that form. You can change the size of the form also by dragging these buttons. Is it clear? By dragging these buttons, you can change the size of the form, or by selecting the size property of that form from this property window. You can change the color, you can change the background, or you can insert different pictures. You can change the size of the font that appears on the form by clicking on the property windows of the different options available here. Clear? What is Visual Basic Programming.NET Integrated Development Environment and which type of facilities are available here? This is the toolbox. It can be hidden or it can be revealed whenever you want by clicking here. It is having already different tools in it. I just show you which type of tools are there and how can we use these all tools on this integrated development environment. Clear? What we have already done till now? Now again, if a solution contains more than one project, I just told you that solution is the combination of one or more project. If it is the combination of one or more project, then what will be the starting project from where it has to start? We have to tell that whenever it starts its execution, from which project it should start. The project from which it starts its execution is called as a startup project. It must be designated by the user or by the programmer that which project should be the startup project at that time. Startup project is what? Is the project that will be executed first. Clear? If the solution is the combination of different projects, then startup project must be designated from which it has to start its execution. Now, how to set the startup project? After changing the module name, I have already told you that in VB.NET each program is stored as a module1, module2, module3.vb extension by default. You can change the name of the module name within the source code, and project property must be changed to identify the new name as the startup project. Clear? Whenever you designate your new project, select that, then select the property window, then you can change the identify the new name as a startup project. So the execution will start from that project only. Startup project is the module where execution begins. I am telling again and again. Now, Visual Studio.NET text editor provides which facilities? Standard text editing capabilities. Now tell me, can you change the font size or font color in C or C++ language? No, VB.NET provides this facility. It is having standard text editing capabilities inbuilt. In C and C++ there is no inbuilt facility. You can change by your own instruction, by your commands, but in VB it is already inbuilt facility. You can it is having text editing capabilities, color coding features, code indentation features, and code completion features. Clear? How you can code the programming, it is having the features and having text editing and coloring features also. Now, descriptive name should be assigned to the programs. It must be aware that whenever you do any program, write the name of the program as the functioning of that program. By default, VB.NET names programs as module1, module2 and so on, and the file name properties in property window is used to rename the programs. Clear? How can you rename the programs or files? By using the property window. Clear? Now, next is, what is this? Whenever you design a form, you have to create the coding of that project. By clicking on the form, you face this window. This is your coding window in which you write your instruction, and these are the default features that are available on the form. This is module 1, means that whenever you start coding, it is designated that for which this coding is done. If this is for form or this is for any button or any text box that is on the form, I am telling you this is only for your interface, that which type of window you see in the VB.NET environment for coding. The windows that we have just seen is form designing only. For after designing, you have to code that, you have to write the instruction what that form is to do. So you can by double clicking on the form, you face this window. Here you write your instruction or program. This is sub main, sub main. In C or C++ you write void main by yourself, but in VB.NET whenever you double click on your form, this window appears. This sub main is written already on the form, on the window. Clear? How you write your instructions in VB programming language. This form will appear, this window will appear, here you write your instructions, and this is the module 1 property window from where you change the name of the project, size of the form, or different other options are available. Here I tell you which type of options are here. Clear? Now next, a program. Now we have done the designing, we have done the coding, and now what you already have to do is compile and execute the program. How you can compile the program? There are inbuilt icons on the top of the screen where you debug your program. A program can be compiled and executed using options on build and debug menus or toolbars. Clear? there are two options on the top of the screen. One is the build and one is the debug, and there are tools in the toolbar also, icons by which you can debug or build your program, or you can use a shortcut key combination to execute a program. To compile and execute a program using menu option, click on the debug on menu bar. How you debug your program? Click on debug button and click start without debugging. After debugging, you will receive any message, errors or no errors. If there are errors, then message box will be displayed. Otherwise, your project will be executed. Clear how to debug your program, how to compile your program by clicking on the debug or build option. Build means that will relate all the forms that you have built and coding with each other. Build means link the files with each other, and debug means to find the bugs in the program. If there are any bug, then it will display a message box that where the bug actually lies, where the errors are there, and if the program is having bug free, then it will execute and give you the result. Now creating a Windows application. This was a console application. Now how to create a window application. In a window application, window form designer can be used to create an input form, and in a new window application, Windows Forms Designer appears as a tabbed document labeled as form1.bb design. Clear which type of interface you face here? Whenever you select Visual Basic projects, then you have to select Windows application here instead of console application. Window application, then and press OK. Here you can write the window application name, or you can press OK with the same option, window application 1. It will appear as same window like your forms, and you have to work with that. Which type of window is appear is called same as Microsoft Window Designer. The visual form editor is the Microsoft Form Designer or development environment. It has having again toolbox contain visual components, and elements same as like we have already done. Elements can be selected from toolbox to dynamically design forms. Properties window is used to adjust properties of the components on the form. Clear? Toolbox is there, property toolbox is used to create any tools on the form, and property window is there to adjust the properties of the form. Now, property window shows properties of a form that is open only. Note down this concept. Which type of property window is open? Means a form that is open, only the properties of that form will be activated at that time. Background of the form shows a grid to help align components, and along the outer edges of the form are handles used to resize the form. Look at this. Whenever this window appears, when you select this form, a property window is here. These are the properties of that form, these are the solution explorer window, and these are the grid lines that are used here to resize the form. That I have already told you. How can you resize the form? You can resize the form by dragging it here and here. Okay, this is a toolbox on which different tools are there. Clear? How can you use this? Now next, size of the form can be used changed using the handles along its outer edges. Okay, and how can you create your new project? Whenever you this window appears, I am telling you again and again, this type of you have worked with MS Word, and this window is like the same. I have told you how to build and debug the program. These are the two options. Whenever you click on that buttons, you can find the options. How do you want to build your program, or how do you want to debug your program? And this icon, you look at this. This icon is used to execute your program. Means a combination of building and debugging. Whenever you click here, it will execute your program. If there are some errors, then it will give an error window, otherwise it will execute your program. Clear how to work with that projects? And whenever you want to open new project or new blank solution, click on that, and then same windows will appear that we have just seen. Select the Windows application. Whenever you select window application, it will appear a single form that we have just seen to resize the form. Clear how to build a program, how to debug the program, how to execute the program, how to open a new project, how to work with that. Now, the options that are available on the form is like file, edit, view, project, build, debug, data, format, tools, windows and help. These are, you must see here, these are the same tools that are available here, same functions. File means you can create a new file, open a file. Edit means you can edit, want to copy, paste, cut, undo. View means which type of windows you want to be visible on the screen. Project, which type of project you want to open. Build the file, debug the files, which tools you want on your form, which you don't want, which type of windows you want to appear, and if you want any help facility, then you can use this menu also. Clear?